Hello and welcome back to another video of Formula 1 Challenge 1995. Today is race 7 of the season, the French Grand Prix. If you haven't seen the previous video, go and check it out. It's been a tough race with a lot of bumps and collisions and the DNF. In the meantime, I figured out what caused the gearing issue that I couldn't change back to reverse gear. That should be fixed, so it's probably not going to happen anymore, but at least I hope it won't. So without further ado, let's just jump ahead, get into the qualifying and see where we end up on the grid for the race. Let's go. Here we are with the qualifying session. As you can see, I already did 9 laps, and yes, I have a confession to make. I really hate this track and I'm really bad at it. I don't think I ever managed to finish a complete race on this one. To me this is very difficult. I just can't seem to be able to find the racing lines, sometimes not even the braking distances. It actually took me a good amount of free practice to learn the track, to get a more or less of an overview where I should be braking and where should I lift off, these kind of things. So it's been really difficult. And as you can see, our current position on the grid would be 14th, and that's still with not everyone having a fast lap. So yeah, and the other thing I noticed during the free practice sessions is that we'll have to suffer a horrid amount of tire wear. So the soft tires have been able to go about 6 laps. With a bit of tire management, it can be extended to maybe 8, and after that they just feel like they're driving in soap. So yeah, we're in for a difficult race, and that's P12 for us on the grid when I finish that, but we'll see. So here we are on the grid with Schumacher, Coulthard, Herbert and Hill in the first 2 rows. Herbert finally left the 5th position and came up to 3rd. Then here we have Alesi on P5, Berger on the other Ferrari in P6, Häkkinen in P7, Frentzen P8, Mansell P9 in the other McLaren, definitely better than he was in Canada. Morbidelli in P10, what does the footwork do here? Brundle P11, Irvine P12, Bouillon P13. Panis this time only 14th in the Ligier, so first time that he's been out-qualified by his teammate Brundle. 15 Barrichello, P16 our teammate Verstappen. So here's the second time he managed to out-qualify us. So good job to him. Mika Salo on P17, followed by Pedro Lamy on P18. And here we are on P19, just a little bit better than our qualifying result in Canada. Gasho on P20, Katayama P21. Diniz in P22, Montermini in P23, Badwer in P24, Inoue in P25, and Roberto Moreno, as usual, closes the grid. And here we are, getting ready to start the race. The lights are out, and here we go. The race is on, and we already overtook our teammate at one of the Williamses, got stuck on the grid. And we go into the first corner. And here we are looking on the side of Irvine. We pass him. And we're already up to P11, right behind Brundle. He's having a look on the inside. And we just get ready to make a move on this corner. And that's 1, 2, and the third one. So we overtook 3 cars on the braking zone, and that's us up to P8. So we had a very good start to this race. In front of us you can see Frentzen and one of the other McLarens. If it's Mansell behind us, then it's going to be Häkkinen in the front. So we just go and try to chase down Frentzen as well. He's a little bit faster. Well, at this part of the grid pretty much everyone else is, so that's not much of a surprise. And we're almost finished with the first lap. We closed a bit of the gap we had to Frentzen. We have a look, but we don't go for the move because there's just no space left for it. Again, we just look and just start the second lap. And later on the lap, you can see the same braking distance. We overtook 3 cars. This time we overtake Frentzen and just go and chase right after Häkkinen for P6, who is chasing one of the Ferraris in front of him. So that's lap 4, and yeah, Häkkinen managed to build a bit of a gap. So we're going for an aggressive dive, and we hit Häkkinen, push him out. Thankfully the game doesn't give any penalties. This sure would have been one. And we're up to P6, so we're in the points now. Bit of a mistake here. There was plenty of these on this track. And in front of us, one of the Ferraris, Berger, right there, so we're just trying to catch up with him and get an even better position. If he gets stuck behind the ones in front of him, then we'll have a fair chance for an overtake. But for now, he's definitely faster. And on lap 6, at this point the tire wear started to kick in, and here a bit of a slide, go off the track, and Frentzen takes back the position. Häkkinen right behind us, so I actually don't know when Frentzen overtook Häkkinen. But yeah, he's doing a really great job. He's already in the points now, so we're trying to chase him down. As usual, follow him all over the straight to the next corner, and we just go for a late brake and an aggressive dive to take the position back, but we're just not close enough, so that's not gonna work. So we just keep chasing him for a while more. And on lap 9 the tires are completely gone, which leads to this mistake. There is absolutely no grip left. Häkkinen overtakes us. So at this point it feels like we're driving on soap. So it's really difficult to keep the car on the track. So we're getting close to the pit stop, thankfully. We can just get a fresh set of tires. So yeah, I managed to extend it all the way to lap 9, but at this point it became very risky because we just kept losing time. And yeah, as you can see, pretty much everyone caught up to us. And yeah, after the pit, we are back to P20, which is, well, definitely not what we were expecting. And another big mistake. So right now we're about to start fighting for position with Padua's Minardi. And we're just too far to try anything here. Again, we're not risking anything on this corner. So we just go ahead, follow him through, and just gonna be a bit patient and just try to move at the usual spot, unless he goes wide like here. And we're just going side by side. He goes off the track, but well, actually he doesn't really suffer the same effects of the gravel as we do, so he has it easy. And on lap 11 we overtake our teammate Verstappen, so we're up to P18. We hit Gasho a little bit, but didn't suffer a lot of damage, so that's alright, we can still keep going. And just go down the corner. And what are you doing, mate? Like, he just drives right into my front wheels. What was he thinking there? And of course, as a result of this, Verstappen takes the position back, so we go and chase after him again. And as he has a look, we almost bump into him from behind and take back the position. I think he was about to go for the move on Gasho as well, which we try to do here. And another big mistake. So Verstappen overtakes us again, and Badoer. So we're back to the position where we were right after the pit stop. And on lap 13 we do the usual move, start a big fight with Badoer here, and we're just back in P19 chasing after our teammate. And on lap 14 we were about to make another dive, as always. This time we try not to hit anyone here, push our teammate a little bit wide, and we're after Gasho again. Hopefully the next time we get close to him he's not gonna bump into us. I mean, it would be nice if he used the mirror, for example, just to see where the other car is. Might be useful sometimes. And as you can see, he just goes through the gravel like it was WRC, absolutely without slowing down or anything happening to him really. So with the tire wear, that doesn't affect the AI actually, and with such moves then where they just go out to the gravel and just keep the same speed as on the track, it's a really difficult one. So yeah, the AI actually doesn't really feel the tire wear here in this mode, unfortunately. So the only reason they come out to the pits is refueling. So our job is really difficult thanks to that, and after a mistake we got overtaken by Katayama, and we're up to P17 actually. And this is where we come out for another pit stop. As you can see, the tires are absolutely dead, and got hit by Gasho again. We're having a massive beef with him in this race. And we're just coming in for another set of fresh tires at this point. We don't really have any chance to get a good position, so just trying to survive and go through the race, regardless where we finish. And back in lap 19, as you can see, we got lapped by a Ferrari, and thanks to that we managed to overtake Moreno from P23, so we're up to P22. And now the plan is just to follow the Ferrari as he cuts through the pack and just trying to get some position when he goes for the overtake, as the ones in front of him have to let him pass. So here we go, behind the Ferrari. I'm actually not even sure who that is. So here we overtake both the Ferrari and Diniz, so now we have a blue flag. And at this point I started to get warnings that I have to let him pass. And I think by the time he said third blue, then I actually let him pass, but I have to stop the car in the corner, which is wonderfully used by Diniz, who makes the overtake, but then we take back the position. And on lap 23, as you can see, Diniz is still pretty close behind us, and well, Inoue is just half a century ahead, and another huge mistake, twice in a row. So yeah, a bit of a tire wear maybe, plus my stupid mistakes result in losing the position, so we're down to P22, and just get lapped by the McLarens we were fighting just a couple of laps earlier. And at this point the AI still hasn't been out for a pit stop, so they're using the soft, just like I do, and that's 24 laps for them on times 2 tire wear, so yeah, doesn't affect them in any way. So that makes our job really difficult here. And as you can see, it's another pit stop because these tires are dead again. As it's visible from the stage, there's no grid, so just going wide, we can't keep the car on the track anymore. Another bit of a slide here, and we're just out to the pits. And I decided that this is going to be the last pit stop, no matter what we're going through. And you can see one of the McLarens in front of us. So the plan is to go through on these tires. That's 10 laps. 1 or 2 laps more than these tires could take, but at this point it doesn't really matter. We're down to P23, so it's nothing really to lose, even if we just spin for the next 2 laps, for the last 2 laps. Besides the others, the race leader, Schumacher, and these guys are a lap ahead of us, so that might actually help that we have to do a lot less. And yeah, so here Katayama is already miles ahead, nearly 30 seconds. He is a bit behind. And here, at the end of lap 28, you can see Verstappen is out of the race. So our teammate had some issues, and we're up to P20. That's a free position for us, and we're the only syntax lap on the grid or on the track. Lap 33, we're still on P20. Paduer is in the distance with 27 seconds, and Dini's behind. 1 spin. By this time the tires are dead again. So we just let these guys pass. And at this point we're 2 laps behind the top of the pack. Another blue flag. I think that's one of the Saubers in the mirror. So yeah, the guys who were fighting at the beginning of this race are now 2 laps ahead. So I'm trying to let him pass, but again, it's just not fast enough, so I didn't. And as you can see, lap 33, the car is already sliding in every single corner, or pretty much after every single move I make on the steering wheel. So it's really... And a big spin out of the gravel, and we hit the wall. There goes a wheel and the rear wing, and this is it. That's the race over. Another DNF, this time here in France. So that's 2 in a row. We DNF'd in Canada, we DNF'd here. So hopefully we'll be doing better at the next race. So Schumacher won, followed by the usual people, Coulthard, Herbert, Hill. These guys, as you can see, Schumacher is leading, Herbert back to P2, and Benetton is massively ahead in the Constructors' Championship. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. I'll see you at the next race in Silverstone. Have a good one. Goodbye.